Hey, I'm Dave.
And I'm Mike.
And we're the Nfgeeks.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yes, talking about what we love the most.
That's right. And what do we love the most, Dave? The Myers-Briggs.
I was thinking love.
Oh, well. Like a good NF.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's a great, Dave, because that's actually the topic of today's...
or at least this video.
This video, that's right. The topic, NF's favorite topic of them all.
Love.
Yes. Whether we're happy about it, or sad about it, or angry about it.
We always seem to be contemplating it at all times.
Yes, at every moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm contemplating it. Yes. Certainly. I know it's very common for an ENFP. What about an INFJ?
Yeah, all the time. I'd have to say that it's synonymous with just NFs in general.
Yeah.
You know.
And so, really, this conversation, so what we want to talk about today, I think, is sort of the NF's contemplation of love and what's that like, mm-hmm. and perhaps talk about what the other temperament categories are experiencing or not experiencing, or what's going on, or what makes us unique. Mm-hmm. And there was something that sort of was the catalyst for this,
yes,
Dave.
Yes.
And so why don't you tell us just a little bit about it? So just give us a little background for the conversation we're about to have.
Okay, well, in complete excitement to post these videos, there's a forum called Personality Cafe.
I know none of you know what that is. Okay.
Well, some of you might. I mean, but there's a forum called Personality Cafe in which it's very Myers-Briggs focused, and I posted our NF values videos onto the NF forums. Now, there was an SJ specifically that seemed to have disagreed, saying that these values aren't mutually exclusive to the NFs. Which I happen to agree. You know, love is universal and everyone understands it to a certain extent and possibly differently. However, I did say, well, what I said in the forum was that NFs understand love the best. And perhaps my wording was taken a bit too literally. You know, this isn't a competition, and perhaps we don't have a monopoly on love. However, what I was trying to get at is that NFs expel the most mental energy contemplating love and thinking about love more than any other temperament, and that's why I believe that NFs do understand love the best. You know, we believe as like a cosmic force, and I don't know. I mean, we could probably discuss what the other temperaments may think, and tell us what you think about love. NTs, SJs, SPs, and other NFs. By all means, comments, video responses.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, I think I understand what you're saying, Dave, and I agree. I don't think it's that the other temperaments are incapable of love or don't show love. I think each temperament shows love in their own way, and each temperament is expressing love and is capable of great love and long-lasting love. But are they comprehending love at the depth that NFs are comprehending love? And the answer to that is no. As experts in love, and let me say this on behalf of all the NFs in the world, there is not a chance at all that you are contemplating or experiencing love as any NF is. Really, I mean, NFs think about it day. Are you thinking about love day and night? Every waking minute of your life? Are you contemplating love?
Before you go to sleep and as you wake up in the morning.
Yes.
You know, that type of thing. And as you're brushing your teeth, driving to work.
Yeah, at every single moment, good or bad. Are you contemplating it? Are you contemplating the depth of love? Are you contemplating the mystical side of love, the force of love? I don't think you are. You certainly don't act like you are. And you always make fun of us for doing it, too.
Yeah.
You know, we're always the butt of the jokes for that. So I don't think it's that I don't think NFs are better at loving, but there is no chance an SJ is contemplating love at the same level as an NF. Well, not just an SJ, all of you. That's not bad, and that doesn't mean you're not loving people. I don't think that at all.
I mean, keep in mind, both of our parents are SJs.
Right. Our whole family is SJs. I live in an SJ family.
Yeah.
And part of it is how an SJ or any of the types of what are they doing to express love?
Yeah.
You know, how are they expressing love?
Well, they're calling them the guardians, so they establish, they guard what they find important, and that's one of their ways of expressing love. You know, at least I think. You know?
Okay.
But yeah, and that goes for another not NF, SJ friend of ours that dates our NT friend.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's definitely. I mean, she protects him always.
That's right,
So.
in a very guardian sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're not saying. So let's be clear here. We're not saying that the other types can't express love, and anybody can express. And who say that we're expressing love better than anybody else? I don't think that's the case. I think that love is primary to our contemplation in a way that it's not primary to the other types.
Mm.
Would you agree there?
I would agree with that. Yes.
So then, how do you think, how do, the other types express love? So how does NTs express love? What is their, in your opinion?
How do they express love, Mike? I mean, I'm not saying that they don't love. I'm saying that they're...
By calculating the probability.
I'm saying
there's
that
a 93% chance that I will love you tonight.
Well, there you go. No, I'm just saying that their expression of it, their outward expression of love, is very, very minimal, and it's hard to read. It really is. Whereas, SJs, they guard what they love and they protect it and they care for it. SPs express it in the way that they always try to create a fun atmosphere for what they love and always try to do fun things because SPs look for a playmate.
Yeah, that's right.
NTs are a hard one. I don't know. What would you say?
I think NTs show love, and I mean this. This is going to sound like a joke, but it's not a joke. But you can laugh. I think NTs express love through problem solving. And I mean this by trying to solve your problem, okay, in some very rational, complex way. And I think that's their way of showing love by trying to give of themselves their best quality, which is to problem solve complex problems. Now, granted, that may not be helpful, but depending on what the problem is, if it's a problem of the heart, of course, which they ignore. But I find that NTs, when they're trying to show affection and love, do so by basically mapping out what they think the problem is and what they think the solution is, and doing it in a very specific way that they think will come out right. When an NT is trying to give you some kind of direction about this is how you do something and this is what you do and this is, they're giving some complex explanation to solving a problem. They're not doing it to screw you. No NT is giving you a solution to your problem to make your problem worse.
Right.
Just to joke on you, just to make your life miserable. I've never had that. So I think NTs use their problem-solving ability, as a way of showing love, affection.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I find in the NTs that I know that are trying to show love towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe try to assimilate us into their Borg collective. That's their other way.
I guess it has its benefits. Being a Borg.
Yeah. But, it's kind of one weird thing, though, that happens, I think, with the other types is that because this is this weird thing where maybe we're the ones that are too sensitive. Because we're getting upset about it, is that, we get dogged for always thinking about love and over-idealizing love and,
Well, we idealize everything. So
right.
It's like we get dogged for over-idealizing everything.
Right. But at the same time, they all want to be at the same level of us on love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're
similar to how we want to be on the same level as them with, NTs with their thought process.
Sure, yeah.
And
that's right. They have love envy.
That's another video.
We got your number. That's right. We got your number down.
That's
Yeah.
another video.
That's right.
Because we just did one on Tina's envy for
That's right.
NFs. So love envy for
Yeah, all of them.
all of them.
Yeah, all
There
of
we
you.
Oh, that's great. Also, I think for a side note, we don't feel that we owe anyone an unbiased opinion.
No, again, let's be clear. There's no objectivity in these videos. Go watch the NT videos.
And
If you want to see objectivity, it's not here. This is a completely subjective experience. We are actually tossing out objectivity
because that's all we can really do. I think there was because there's at least there's a great I heard there's a guy, Tim Wise. He does a lot of books on racism, and I heard him do a talk once where he said that there is a senator or something that would say that she sees the world as a Dominican. And he says that that point of view is actually more accurate than, say, a white corporation owner that thinks that they see the world objectively because they're so wealthy or whatever, because you actually acknowledge the filter that you're looking the world through. So I'm not trying to rationalize the fact that we're having objective videos. Obviously, that's not the case. But I feel that that's an important aspect to view.
Yeah, that's right. And we encourage all the types to do that. One thing we're trying to get over in doing these videos is to not apologize for being NFs, and feel bad about it. And you know what? Whatever your type is, whether you're an NT or an SJ or an SP, you shouldn't apologize for that either.
No.
You should own it and embellish it and cherish it.
Yeah, going back to like the Tina's envy.
Yeah, that's right.
Just owe it. Like, don't try to hone your weaknesses, hone your strengths.
Yes.
Accept what you are.
Yes. Getting back to our experience of love and our depth of understanding of love, which is of course superior, is that.
Also, keep in mind, in a strict sense, these videos are for people with a sense of humor.
Yeah, that's right. Is that one thing I don't see in the other types is love bringing them to their knees.
Yeah.
Love doesn't bring them to their knees and stop them in their tracks and ruin their whole life, as it does NFs. I've seen NFs, and I'm an NF who's been like this, that day, have love completely stop you in your tracks and have everything unravel around you. It's also a curse to be like this as well about love. Because when it's all going awry, or when it's really hurting, or when you're really trying to experience the depth of it, it could be very sort of
crippling.
Yeah, cripple. Boy, that is the word, crippling. And that's what makes us different. And that's what I see. That's a great choice of words. See, that's why you're the poet. Okay, because that was a great word choice. I don't see the other types being crippled by love the way NFs are crippled by love.
Which is a good thing in some aspects to a certain extent.
Yeah, sure. You don't want NTs crippled by love. They're building atomic bombs. Space shuttles are really important shit. You don't want them all upset. Trying to put the deuterium core, into the bomb. You don't want SJs upset. They're flying the B-52s and all that. So, yeah, it's right. You're able to function the way you're functioning because you don't have it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, did you mention in the previous video that we have no defenses?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Maybe that's what makes it crippling. We don't have that emotional shield that some of the other types have. Maybe the T types. Granted, the other Fs are sensitive too. ISFJs are very sensitive. ESFJs are sensitive.
Yeah.
But maybe somehow having the SJ gives them a protection. But I feel that NFs have no shields whatsoever. We're easily wounded, and it's always around love that makes us wounded.
Right.
We're not that wounded when there's no food. Like SJs, oh, there's no food, there's no heat. They'll be freaking out. But I could go without a meal, but I can't go without love. It's true.
We need it.
Yeah, that's right. We're addicts. It's our junk. It's our smack.
So who would be the dealer of love? Where would you get like a
Well, all pot dealers are also pot smokers, so we're our own dealers.
Can I have a kilo of love, please?
That's right. Well, that's our discussion on love.
Yes.
Please feel free to comment and say what you think about it.
Yeah, by all means. I'm Dave. This is Mike, Nfgeeks. See you later.